Welcome back to Railbound. I'm Dear Darling, and enjoy the ride as we make connections and travel the world together. Where I thought about it about 0, I think, between the actual recordings. I've just decided to send it, if anything. The thing I thought about is, yes, I'm pretty convinced this must be the setup over here. There's like literally nothing else, I think, which works. Which raises an interesting question of where we want to actually send the cars to. Excuse me. Because do we actually want them to come through this way, or do we want them to come through this way? I don't know. And the thing I want to focus on, again, is the fact that, again, this is not a filled-in track. Which, the fact that this has both of the tracks filled in makes me feel like this has to be correct. Either this way round or this way round. Again, I'm not really sure yet. I think this is one we had before, which was actually seemed like it's kind of useful. So literally the only thing to do is figure out where the barrier goes and which way around this goes, because there's 4 possibilities. It's this way, this way, this way, or we could do more. I haven't even considered that. Okay, so there's technically like 8 possibilities here, but conceptually, what do we want to happen? Because with this setup, if I'm convinced that this is correct, we want the first one who gets over here to be number 1. It doesn't matter which track we go down, we need number 1 to pick up both things first. And number 1's going to go over here. So basically, we need to figure out how do we stop number 2, / where do we stop number 2. Now, number 2 will take that path. So we need to either divert number 2 or we need to have it wait on a semaphore. And I think that's where we should concentrate. Let's think about number 3 later, because number 3 just basically, it will always not hit number 1. And presumably if we send number 1 in like this, and number 2... Oh, actually, that's an interesting question, because right now we have number 3 directly behind number 1. So presumably what will happen is we'll have number 2 will be waiting. It needs to be waiting until number 3 also passes. Because we want number 3 to go, number 1 to go across, number 3 to trigger it that way, number 2 to then go across again, but number 3 will go on some loop to hit the end. That makes sense to me. So how do we divert number 2? And where does number 2 reconvene? We don't actually have a lot of space to divert number 2 like this. I mean, this is the other option, is we do this, and then we have number 2 waiting here. No, because... here? No, we... like this. Because then number 1 will just go across. It will let number 3... Oh my god, I was so close. I was actually genuinely so close to the solution, I feel like. But the key part is this part, is again the idea about number 2. Well, number 2 doesn't even turn around with this, actually. Actually, number 2 does turn around with this. Okay, this is something we can use in the futures. This sort of double loop. Actually, we don't even need that connection, though, do we? No, we can... Oh! I see. Hold on. So the general idea is we have number 1 and number 3 both go around this loop, but because we both want them to go here, we can use a switch track with this layout, which looks like a loop, but what it actually sneakily is the same track twice. Number 1 goes around and number 3 just takes this corner around. That's a really interesting idea that we should definitely use in future levels. And it doubles. This is how the semaphore comes into play, because number 1 goes around it, it doesn't open up the gate, but number 3 goes around here, so it does open up the gate, and that makes sense. That's how we do it conditionally. I see. Despite number 1 and number 3 sharing the same track and actually almost traveling the exact same path, we can make it so only number 3 triggers number 2 to go. This level was actually a lot neater than I expected. That's actually a surprisingly neat solution for such a restricted level. We definitely need to consider the idea of, like, forced moves a bit more in these later levels, because I feel like that there was a while, like a few worlds, it basically died down. I basically stopped using forced moves because it was not a thing which was so relevant anymore. Oh, I see. So world turn is basically just all the mechanics. That the main reason being is the fact that it felt like it wasn't relevant anymore. It felt like it was difficult to put into practice because of how open the levels are. But you know, if we can identify, okay, that obviously can't be the case. If we can identify a situation where it's like, hey, Can't we just do this? Am I out of my mind? If we can... Oh. So green's going to hit that. So we probably want you to hit it again. Oh, you don't do it fast enough. Okay, so this is wherein the difficulty lies. Because we need you to open it. So we need you... I don't know why we have this brown like track here. It feels like it would be easier just to do something like this. We need you to like not hit the button. But we need you to hit the button. What? Oh, that's not how that works. Right, how are we going to do that? That's a very, very good question, which I don't have an answer to. We need you to not hit the button. We need you to hit the button. It feels highly impossible. But obviously probably isn't. What are we going to do to hit this button? I think we both basically had to... go along here. You go that way. You're going to go upwards. So you'll go that way. I don't know what I'm doing. Why are these levels so difficult? No, I do enjoy them being difficult. If they weren't difficult, then what would like even be the point? This feels conceivably. So we want you to wait. We don't want you to wait like that. I think we want you to wait somewhere. I just can't figure out where I want you to wait. Yo, that was interesting. What the heck just happened here? Oh, interesting. Oh god, this level is complicated. That sends you to the end. Okay. But in fact, I want you to hit the button again. Ah, but you don't get to the end like that. Okay. I send you this way around. And then you'll hit the track. Wow, that's a really interesting level. Huh. That was a fascinating level. I don't really know what to say to that. Presumably we want you to wait here. God, these mechanics with 7/4s get crazy. I don't even know where I want you to be. I'm just kind of guessing. Right, not helpful. Right, I need you to trigger. You're going to trigger all of them, and you'll perish. I want you to wait. No, because what? Does this even make sense? I'm getting confused. I'm getting incredibly confused. Maybe I want you to come out this way. No. No. I want you to like wait here, but that's not possible. What do I want you to do? I want you to wait here. No, because you immediately unblock it. I don't really know what I want you to. This is a very restricted level. There's only a few ways you can actually enter this. Yo, hold on. How did you get to the end? That's not what we wanted. No, what? Wait, how do you get to the end? You're just on a... Oh, you go this way. Oh, because this gets proc twice. Oh, okay, weird. Right, well, if you two switched positions, I would have a solution. Maybe that is what we need to do. I don't know why necessarily we'd want you to wait like that. That just makes you crash. I feel like I'm really trial and erroring basically everything right now, rather than trying to actually come up with a solution, which is not great. What if we do this, but we have you wait? I think I've already done this. We need more track for that to even make sense. Again, I don't really know what I'm doing. Well, we got them to switch positions somehow. I feel like this can't be the solution, or the intended solution, because we have one track left over. And this one track can't really do anything by itself. So it feels like we should connect over here somehow. Either that or we have some sort of loopy thing. I guess we could do this, but again we have one track left, so that doesn't really seem right. This game, I presume, is going to give us enough tracks to actually, like, finish the level properly. I guess the idea is, where do we put this? And the answer is, I don't really know. Do I want you to go immediately across? I don't want that to immediately proc, probably. But this doesn't do anything. We need either number one to hit this track and then cross it again, or we have the, I can't remember what this one's called anymore, but the runaway cart to, I don't know. What do we want you to do? Actually, hold on. This could be the correct solution. No, it can't be. Because I was going to say, like, if we have an extra track left, maybe it's where we want the dummy car to go. Something like this, but instead of you going immediately across, no, you need to wait somewhere. Someone, like, oh, it's not gonna work. You need to, like, chill out. What are you waiting for? Why? I just start seeing what happens when I put things down. No, this can't be right. This can't be right. It cannot be. It just cannot be. There's no benefit to doing this, because you already cross after. That would be useful if we needed to delay the dummy car by, like, one track, which we don't. I'm actually just kind of surprised I haven't randomly stumbled into the answer here. We need something to pass here first, and then either these tracks get hit twice and this gets hit once and we come in from the top and go like this, or this track gets hit 0 or 2 times and the track and you just sort of come across. So I feel like you should be waiting to be released. Oh, maybe have a turn around here. Oh. There you go. There were only so many things you can do on that level, so the fact it took me that long to find a solution is crazy. I'm looking at this and I'm like, why? Okay, you're going to go across. You have to have somewhere going. You probably want to do this, and I assume you're going to want to do this. I assume you're going to want to hit that. This is my assumption. And then this will... Actually, maybe you don't do that. Can you free yourself? You can free yourself. So, number 2 can go here. Number 3 can go here just by waiting. Like, this will work for number 1, number 2, won't it? Ah, that's an interesting conundrum. How are we going to reset the tracks again? And we have 2 of the waiting signals. Maybe we have the dummy car. Well, also, we don't have enough tracks to put down for this entire thing. So either things have to wait a lot more than I expected. Doesn't make any sense what we're doing. I am just putting things down randomly now. Okay, with reckless abandon. What am I hoping to accomplish with this? And the answer is not really much. Okay. Conceptually, obviously you have to go somewhere. This does feel reasonably correct to me. Maybe you do this, and maybe you wait here for number 1 to come, then you hit that button. Number 2 comes back along. Oh no. You can't be there on a... You can't. Number 1 gets released, number 2 comes back here. And then goes like this to turn around. This still raises a problem of you. We don't really have enough track left to deal with that. And the thing is, if you get sent along here... So this track must be part of the solution, which is crazy because it doesn't feel like we have enough rails. We haven't even got number 3 into this action yet. It's not so much we want the green button to be part of the track, it's just the fact that the way we're separating out number 1 and the runaway car is through the split track, which means that one of the split paths needs to go to the green button. But the thing is, we can't... well, we can reset it, actually. It'll be facing that way. We just need number 3 to come in like this. But we don't have enough track. We need like 2 more tracks for that. Like what, okay. What does this even do? Number 3 waits here. Until it gets released. Number 1 is at the end. Number 2 gets trapped again. Why does number 2 get trapped? Ah, because number 3 resets it too quickly. Okay. I don't know. What thing can I do to stop this level? What if number 1 is the one to get the track? Hit the button. Like number 3 goes along here. Number 1 waits. Oh, you crash into it, so you can't even wait. Ah, so that's why you're here. So that's a big indicator that number 1 cannot wait until it separates from the dummy track, the dummy car. I don't even know why I have number 1 go that way. Number 1 could just go this way. And if number 3 just chills out for a second. Then you can open it like this, right? Number 2 could don't think it can quite do this, but... I don't know where we'll use the other semaphore, but still. No, this doesn't even make sense. Number 2 goes this way. Follows in the path of number 1. Number 3 ruins everything by existing. No. No! Someone like this. No, we don't want them to turn around again. We want it to be the other way around. Number 3 waits for number 2 to go past. Number 3 doesn't make it in time. It has to be this way around. What do we do here? We don't have any tracks left. We've separated, right? I feel like that must be correct for the top half. I just don't really know what I'm doing with number 2 right now. It doesn't really feel like much benefit sending number 2 backwards, like along this path. Da, 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 da. I guess number 2 can wait for number 3 to come, but then we just crash again. But theoretically, if number 3 took longer, then number 2 could go across. Number 3 would be like this, and then I think number 3 would be in the same position number 2 is in almost. Not quite. No, we need that way around, don't we? Da, 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 da. I don't know. That I'm pretty convinced on. This seems right. But I think we'll have to save it for next time. As well, 10's quite difficult actually. The base levels are quite difficult. Oh, well actually we're actually nearly done with number 10. Number 10's quite small. I didn't realise that, but if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Railbound. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope we see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.